Hey kids, so today we are going to do a in and out table for our Think About It Tuesday. And I know the last few weeks we've worked with prime and composite numbers, but this week we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to push your knowledge of patterns and what is actually happening. So now an in and out table has nothing to do with burgers, although I'm sure you're probably hungry now. So it's about lunchtime, so you should probably pause and have your parents take you to in and out. All right, so we are going to draw a table. I'm going to write in. I'm going to leave a space. I'm going to write out. Okay, and then I'm going to draw my table. So I'm going to make sure that I am very careful and I use my lines. Okay, the lines are there, use them. If you need to bust out a ruler or another piece of paper to help you. Okay. Okay, so you're going to draw your table just like this. Okay. Now we're going to have a variable, and our variable is going to be the letter N, and that's what we're trying to discover. We're trying to discover what N is, and we also want to discover the rule of the table, like what is happening. You put a number in and you get another number out, and what is happening to the number to get your outcome. So we're going to go with the numbers 2, 3, 4, and N is the one that you are going to try and discover, okay? So we're going to go with 2, 3, 4, and N. When I put 2 in, I'm going to get 8 out. When I put 3 in, I'm going to get 12 out. When I put 4 in, I'm going to get 16 out. And when I put this mystery number, my result is 20. So I want you to look and try and determine what is happening between 2 and 8. What did you have to do to 2 to get 8? Now you can use any operation. You can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So you can use any of these operations, okay? So if you said 4 multiplying by 4, you are correct. So if 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. So our rule is we're multiplying by 4. So what is our N? What times 4 will give you 20? That's right. If you said 5, you are correct. All right, so let's try another one. Okay, so we're going to go with, I'm going to draw the same table. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go down 8 lines. Okay, try to make them as straight as you can, just because they look neater, and make sure that you are writing nice and big so that when you, stay within your lines, but make sure you're writing nice and neat. So when you take your picture, we can see your work because your work today is on this paper. I'm not giving you additional slides to work with. You are working with this paper. Okay, so this is what you will be taking your notes on. So, all right, so let's go with, we're gonna do 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, and our mystery number. And you're probably thinking, Miss Boatwright, you didn't go in order. It's okay. Okay, I know I skipped some digits just to get you thinking a little bit, because I didn't when I did it up here, I wanted you to see the pattern very clearly. So 2, 3, 4, 5, you could clearly see they were going up by 4 each time. And so this one was a little easier. So now I'm going to make it a little more difficult. Not a lot, just a little bit. So we need to know what our n is, what our variable is, and we need to know the rule. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what our pattern is. So for 3, it will be 15. 5 will be 25, 35, 45, 50, and 55. Actually, looking at it now, I think maybe I probably gave you a pretty good clue as to what was happening here. Okay, so let's take a look from 3 to 5. What's happening there? From 5 to 25, 7 to 35. Do you think you have it? Yeah, if you said multiplying by 5, you are correct. And so that is our rule. So we're multiplying by 5. So what is n going to be if my output is 55? That's correct. It has to be 11, because 11 times 5 is 55. Okay, so now I showed you a couple of simple ones, and I went sort of in a pattern to help you discover what the rule is, but sometimes you might have to do more than one operation. So this time I'm going to give you the rule. So the rule for this one is you are going to multiply by 2 and add 1. Okay, so you're going to multiply by 2 and add 1. And so now you are going to discover the output. So I'm going to give you the input. So first I'm going to go ahead and draw my table. Now I'm not going to go all the way across because I'm going to draw another table over here. Because yeah, you guessed it, I'm going to give you one to do on your own. So let's draw this first table. And I'm going to write in and out. Okay. And so this time we have a rule for our chart. Okay, and I'm going to separate. I'm going to separate that so that way I know when we're looking at your pictures, we know which part you did on your own. So this is the part that you're really going to be doing your work on. So I'll give you a couple numbers to get you started. So the first one is 2. So the ones I'm going to give you are 2, 3, and 4, just so that you can kind of see the pattern. And then I'm going to give you additional numbers here that you will need to fill in your output. So 2, 3, and 4, and your outcome, if I times 2 plus 1, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay, so this is the easy part. Okay, you can kind of see a pattern here. So it's actually going by odd numbers. Okay, even though you're multiplying by 2, we're adding in that extra one that is making them odd. So that is a clue. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed that, but when you multiply by 2, you always get an even number. Adding in that 1 means our outputs are going to be odd. So this adding 1 here is a clue when you look here. Okay, so we are going to be odd numbers, okay? So our answers are going to be odd. So I'm going to put that right here. Odd numbers are going to be part of your output. So make sure that if you're not getting an odd number, you might need to recalculate and make sure that you are doing this correctly. Because every time you multiply by 2, it will be even, but adding in that 1 is going to, in fact, make your outputs odd. So I would like you to do the number 7. I would like you to do the number 12. I would like you to do the number 13. 21 and 45. Okay, so you're going to work with these numbers and you are going to multiply by 2, add 1 to get your output. Okay, so your next rule, okay, let's draw a little. Okay, and we're going to make our other table over here. You can't see the edge of that. There we go. All right. And if you don't have enough space, you can do it on the next page. You'll just have to take more than one picture, which is fine. Okay, so our rule for this one is you are going to multiply by 3 and you're going to add 2. Okay, so you're going to multiply by 3 and add 2. So your input, and then we have an output. Okay, and this is your rule. So you've been given the rule, and the numbers that we are going to go with are 5, 7, 9, 10, 21, 33, I'm going to throw in a smaller number there, 14, and 27. Okay, so these are the numbers that you are going to multiply by 3 and add 2, and those will be your output. Now, I'm not going to give you any of these. I want you to figure out what the output is going to be based on this rule here, okay? So good luck, and you will be working on these, more of these probably with your teachers during your math block, going over this and asking any questions that you have. So while you're doing this, before your class time, if you come up with questions, please make sure you write them down and we will help you with that. All right, good luck guys, and we will see you for Word Problem Wednesday.